Alright, here we are, finally. Gonna get some new standard rolling here tonight. As you can see, we are playing what is effectively another ramp deck, with the advent of Cultivate in the format now. This is a really freaking good ramp spell. Basically a draw 2, but it also ramps you at the same time. Strong. Lets you have pretty strong turns where you get to do stuff like Cultivate and play Girl Spiral and have like another land that you can put into play with it. Uh, so the ramp element's pretty strong in this deck. We're not playing the full set of them, because we are playing Uro as well. We don't want to like go full ham on 12 ramp spells and have just a bunch of air in the deck. And these two compete on the curve, so that's why we're basically only running the 3 of each. On the other end of the ramp spectrum, we've got the Solemn Simulacrum. This gives us the potential to go 2-4 into perhaps like Nissa plus untap land, or like Teferi plus Uro, or any number of 6 mana plays we can make. Potentially into Ugin. Playing one of the War of the Spark Ugin just as like another thing to ramp into, that doesn't like get eaten by our main Ugin if we need to for some reason -6. I haven't had to do that yet. But this guy can just use, or act as a removal spell rather, if we absolutely need something like that, or it can just start generating an army. And there's a corner case where the passive comes into play and we're like short on lands or something. So we can like curve Ugin the Ineffable into Ugin the Spirit Dragon. This is probably one of the most impactful reprints in the entire set, and I hope to show you why. The deck essentially gets to play, I can't talk tonight, essentially gets to play a set of Wraths in the main that pretty much cleans up anything that you might have a problem with outside of opposing Ugins or artifacts of some variety. It doesn't kill Nissa lands, which is good for us, but might come back to hurt us if we play against a bunch of Nissa decks tonight. But in the sideboard, we have Shatter the Sky in 4 copies, so we can really shore up, hopefully, the opposing mid-range matchups. I'll kind of get into this a little bit more as we're going along. Mana is fairly standard here. We're not doing anything fancy with triomes to cycle. We just want to get our land drops. I think we have 6 temples. Yeah, 6 temples to help with scrying. Plenty of basics because we've got Cultivate and Solemn. Didn't want to run a lot of Fabled Passage, but 1 copy seems okay. It's going to make our Uros slightly slower sometimes. Actually, to that effect, maybe I'll run 1 more over, like, we need double blue, so maybe over that. The only double blue we have is actually in the sideboard for Crawler. And by the time that comes into play in those matchups, I mean, we should have double blue. And what I mean by come into play is, like, come into a factor in the game. Anyway, so the rest of this should be pretty self-explanatory. I guess this is the only other card worth mentioning. Basically, I want to have a thing that can help power us through the mid-game, because we have a lot of lands. I mean, we have what? Wrong thing. I think we have like 28 lands in this deck. 27. Okay, so it's not quite as bad, but it'll just really give us something to do if we're kind of floundering and holding on to extra cultivates or lands that we don't need. This will just give us a good burst of card advantage. So that's really what I'm looking to do with that card. Could be wrong. There could be a better option. I'm not saying this build is optimal by any means. Real quick here, Tulsimir in the sideboard against mono red. I think we've probably already got a reasonable mono red matchup just because we're going like so far above what's going on. I mean, it's not great. I'm not going to say it's like 80-20 or anything like that, but between fast Nissas and Uros and other things of that nature. Hoping we can stabilize in those matchups. Pair of Dovin's Veto, pair of Disdainful Strokes. I wanted to have something for the control matchups, but I also wanted to have something for ramp matchups, so I'm not going full on either. And you can bring these in technically against either deck if you're concerned about like their big plays or whatever. Baroque Intervention, we're going to try this out. This is basically just something I want to use to prevent people from picking off our mid-sized threats with things like Elspeth Conquers Death or, whatever insert thing here. If they play like a Wrath of God or something, we can also have access to this to stabilize our board. It's that. Anyway, as usual, I've already rambled enough, so let's get in there and see what we've got going on. Music tonight is going to be just my selection of Revocation. Some of my favorite tracks. Alright, so as always, we're going to play first with this style of deck, and that hand is not going to cut it. So we're playing against a Yorion deck, so Elspeth is probably going to be good, unless we're playing against the discard deck. I think I'm going to keep this, but I'm more keen to toss back the Elspeth Conquers Death versus the Reign of Revelation. Because it'll be something we can cast a little more reliably, and if we're playing against a discard deck, then Elspeth Conquers Death isn't going to have anything to do. We're going to keep that. Of course, yeah, so it's the discard deck, so that's good to know at least. Alright, well, we'll just wait. There's no reason to make our move quite yet. Alright, well, he has nothing. Take it. To keep that, we're actually going to play that this turn. If he wants to make us discard, Burrow or whatever, I don't care. Get a little spicy here and do the fairy into cultivate. I think I'm actually gonna pitch Uro here. Think. What do I do? Yeah, because like this isn't guaranteed to hit us a land. It's a thing we get to like come back to and play later anyway. So whatever. I don't like bouncing Burglar Rat with Teferi, but it does like tie up his mana. You can't like play Elspeth Conquers Death or anything like that yet, so we're just gonna do this. Say go. Foretold. I don't like that. But alright. I wasn't really thinking about that, I guess. Whoops. Why is he attacking Teferi if I just have to sacrifice it? think I am going to cultivate now. And I think I just need to do forest plains. Yeah, that's fine. I can't stop that. I don't even really want to play anything here. And I'm not even sure I want to play this plains, to be honest. Because I want to get this stupid Doom Patrol off the table. So I'm probably just going to wait a turn. We'll play this Reign of Revelation and go from there. See, that would have been a good spot to have the 6-mana Ugin. Yeah, like we killed Doom Foretold, and then he gets to like eat our, you know, our Ugin with his rat, but whatever. Like, this is kind of one of his card advantage engines, and Ugin is kind of inconsequential to us. Our opponent's probably wondering why we didn't play our plains. So it looks like sort of suspicious, but whatever. 3, 4, 5. I think we're just gonna pitch this. We should probably find enough land to make all this work. Hopeful, anyway. Alright, so let's just get Nissa into play. So next turn we can get Ugin down. And I'm going to do this on the Temple, because it produces less mana than a basic next turn. I guess we probably have to push that. If this Nissa lives, then we don't want to draw another land. Okay, I'm okay with that. Oath of Kaya. Alright, so he is gonna pop a land. I guess that's fine. Alright, so we're gonna have a good turn next turn. 4, 6, 8, right into Ugin. We're gonna eat his entire board. And attack him for 3. Glad I drew that, too. Let's exile 3, right? Stuff costs more. And I'm going to just do a forest now, because I don't care if he kills that. I can cast everything else in my hand, even if he does. Last casket to eat a forest, huh? Okay. That is a strange call. Is he trying to like bait us into using our Ugin to eat Glass Casket? Sure. This is kind of a stupid thing to Elspeth Conquer's Death, I guess, but what does he have to bring back? Burglar Rat? Don't care about that. I think I'm gonna let him have it. I don't see any reason to waste our time with that. Get Fairy going. If we just let him have, I guess we could balance this. It's like whatever. Again, it ties up his mana. Doesn't let him like get away with anything too stupid. I don't care if we like waste the mana here. Essentially, it's whatever. Actually, probably should have held that now that I think about it, but oh well. Do you have another Kaya? I suppose this deck is probably not very good against the hand disruption. You know, make you dump anything out of your hand is good because you want all your lands and you need your payoff cards too. So if we see a bunch of this tonight, we might have to switch it up. Sure. I guess that's a reason to eat it. So next turn we can, I think we can Elspeth and Uro. Let's see, I think I need an island here. Alright, so now we can't do that. We don't have infinite mana. Let's see, if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can get 4 mana if we play Nissa. Or we can't even play Nissa because of the stupid Elspeth Conquer's Death. I guess we just play Uro here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could play another Yorion, which would be not great, but could also just play Solemn here, because if he flickers this again, then we're going to be in the same predicament next turn if we don't draw. But I think we just need to get like some beats going here, and we should do this before we lose access to it. Alright, so we're going to make the call that time to not play anything. So now, if we have to discard a card and we get the choice, we're going to pitch Solemn. I think there's only a forest left in the deck to grab now. Actually, might not be anything. Oh no, there is. We cut an island, not a wrist, so. Yeah, of course. Could play Solemn. Because this is going to go back and get Burglar Rat. And then he's going to have to sacrifice something, and then that goes and gets Burglar Rat. Probably just sacrifices Glass Casket, right? I don't even know what we do here. Can we Nissa and Solemn? 3, 4, 5, 2, 4. Yeah, we can. So Solemn, maybe figure out something to do from there. So if we go... I don't know. I keep forgetting this costs 7. Alright, whatever. Just move on. Yo, Freeman, what's going on, man? Alright, so we got fucking crushed that game. Which is, I guess, not surprising. Like I said, I think this... yeah, I think in this deck he's got one of the better homes for him. God. Sideboarding against this deck is a pain in the fucking ass. I think we can cut this. We're going to be discarding so many damn cards, generally speaking, that I don't think crap like this matters. I think we just need to have, like, strokes and vetoes and hope we can hold him up for his impactful stuff. Maybe like this. Just make sure to, like, keep him off of his crap. Man, that's tough. Maybe it's better to do it like that. Or actually, maybe Uro's the cut here. He's got Kaya's. Like, this thing is, like, hardly ever going to come into play. Yeah, let's try it. See what happens. Like, I think if we just get, like, a fast Nissa, that's, like, probably our best shot at winning this. I hate mulliganing against this deck, so whatever, keep it. Play that so if we draw Growth Spiral, we get to play it without taking 2 damage. The rest, yeah. You guys just on mono discard spells. You can't take the thing that I care the most about, which is Uro. And we can get back Ugin potentially if he makes us discard it. So yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm not playing a 4-drop on turn 2, so no reason to hold up Stroke. Can't get into that anytime soon. Right on time. Get out of here, bitch. If we can escape Doom Foretold, that would be nice. Yep. Yeah, dude, Revocation. I just put on basically a compilation of stuff. This is technically a death cover, so this isn't their music, but this is their cover of it. Are you getting your drink on? Okay. Wow, if we get to, like, get away with stroking this Urian, that's gonna be awesome. Let's actually do this. Let's, God, what do I want to do? Do I bounce my Elspeth Conqueror's Death? Because it's not going to get anything back. I could, like, bounce nothing, draw a card, and hope he, like, attacks it, and then we can get it back with Conqueror's Death, but I think that's, like, kind of greedy. Does that mean you, finished it? I'm gonna hold this Hallowed Fountain for now, I think. Because I can't double spell. Nice. I can't double spell this turn, and if he plays like another Burglar Rat or something, then I just pitch that. Okay, I'm alright with that. So he like just bricked on land? Alright, Solemn is... Solemn's awkward. Because I don't have 6 mana. I think I just have to sit here for now. As soon as I get my 6 mana, I'll play it. Am I supposed to, like, bring in Wrath in this matchup? I don't even know. Probably not. It's kind of stupid. I think I just need to cut his card advantage off. Alright, well, I don't want that. And so that means I need to make sure that I can counter this Yorion, potentially. Alright, well now we can tap out for Solomon, it doesn't matter. That's fucking wonderful. That card is so goddamn good. Doom Foretold. Yeah, I've got a set. Alright, so what are we bringing back here? Probably just Solemn. The berry isn't gonna do shit against this board. That makes sense. He searched out a land with the Fable Passage to try and reduce the chances of him actually drawing land, which is somewhat dubious in a deck of 80 cards, but you know, you take every step you can. Yeah, I have a blue-white control deck, and actually a blue-black control deck that I might play tonight that has a set of Teferis in them. I will snap off this block on Charming Prince if that's what he wants to do. Wasn't that D-Spark that? Okay. I guess you're just trying to keep the beatdowns going. That's not a bad gift. I'm just gonna get Solemn here. I don't think Teferi does fucking anything on this board. I mean, I haven't really seen it. But we're literally on like day 2 of the format, so anything's possible. There was that Boros cycling deck from last format, but I think that fell off pretty hard. That deck was sort of just a meme to begin with. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's discrediting it a little bit, but it wasn't that good. He's digging hard for something, probably a Yorion. If he finds a Yorion, this game is fucking over. I mean, it's probably already over. We're pretty far behind. If we can draw an Ugin, we'll be in good shape. We'll be in really good shape. That ain't it. That ain't it either. I don't even think we have any basics in the deck to get. Never just pass turn. We're not dead here. We do have to block Yarok's Fenlurker on the chump if he wants to totally like tap everything. Well, most everything. But we're still in it to Ugin off the top. That's about what I thought. But she's gonna have like a discard spell now. Have our Nissa. Yep. I don't think we want to bounce anything at his. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're still live to draw Ugin. What does that do? Does that keep us in the game? doesn't have a way to remove it, or a discard spell, we might be okay. And, I should say, and or. This doesn't particularly matter, I guess. I'm just kind of being a little careful. Alright, so we're in the same position as we were last turn, except now we can, like, basically eat something of his. So if he doesn't have a way to get this Uro off the table or deal us 1 point of damage in some other fashion, then we might be able to steal this one. We'll see. I mean, that was, what, our second one? Yeah. So we were sort of due to draw. We've drawn half our deck, so... We'll see. We got to fade a couple draws here. You can also just activate Castle Locthwain and see an extra card. Alright, so he's got 3, 6, 9, 11 mana, so he can only pump the Fenlurker 3 times, so that'd be 4, 8. So I've got to block Fenlurker again, so he can actually kill us if we don't. I don't care about him killing Teferi. You could do something like pump Fenlurker twice, and then like play Oath of Kaya, or I guess if he has Oath of Kaya, we just die anyway, so whatever. Alright, that's whatever. So the good thing is we're still going to have our Uro, because it's not getting exiled. And we get to get his whole board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can almost play frickin' Uro this turn too. If I thought we could get an untapped land that wasn't like a shock, because we obviously can't pay 2 life, then I could like go for the Greedo play of Uro into Ugin, but there's no reason to get that stupid. Alright, so let's get his entire board out of here. To some degree, it's unfortunate that I have to do it for 4, because I would like to have kept those Treacherous Blessings around. But whatever. Let's see. I'm just gonna play this. I don't care about this Cultivate. Keep that. And because I don't want to expose it to a discard spell, keep it on top of our library. So yeah, like that's the thing, like Ugin off the top is the thing like this deck is going to struggle with. What does it get back here? I guess it gets back a Yorion. Because like it's all this discard bullshit, right? So here we don't even have to like minus, right? We can just keep Treacherous Blessing around. And I think we can do both Uro and Ugin this turn. We can just like Ugin plus to kill that thing. I want him to keep this around, and I don't care about this at the moment, because I can always just Teferi bounce whatever the hell it is that he chooses to bring back. So let's just do that. Alright, so he's got, what, 2 cards in hand? He's like priced into having to kill this Ugin, so if he has like another Elspeth Conquers Death or something, he has to spend it there. But how many... So that's... What is that his fourth one? What's his third one? Is that his third one? Alright, well. So he has no cards in hand. You can't really afford to activate Castle Lochthwain. So next turn he probably gets back, like what? Orion? So I'm gonna need to get a card out of this Teferi. This has been a freaking crazy game, man. Let's see, what can we draw? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna cost us 4 mana. Alright, so if he gets Yorion back, then he eats our Teferi. That's kind of trash. I think we have to try and get a card now. We'll just free our Burrow. It doesn't matter because we're just going to kill him. Alright. Fucking got there, Jesus Christ. Thank God for Nissa. That's what, his Treacherous Blessing? Yeah, if we target his Treacherous Blessing, it just dies. And we don't get to draw a card. God damn, I don't even know, man. I mean, we could, in theory, bring this in, but it's so mopey against like 90% of his deck. It's only good against like Elspeth Conquers Death. I mean, this is 2 bodies. It's 2 bodies just like fine here. Would be better than, I mean, I don't know. Shit, this is such a weird matchup, man. Mostly because, like, my deck's kind of wonky. And, I don't have, like, a good approach to this matchup. I didn't really think about it when I was building this deck. Which was a mistake on my part. Alright, so this game we're on the draw, which means I think we need less stuff like Cultivate. Maybe like just a couple Tulsimirs. Like, I basically, when we're in the top decking game like we are right there, I don't want to be drawing crap like Cultivate or like Solemn that late into the game. I mean, this could be right, again, for that reason, but we've already got so much fat, and I don't think that, like, just making bodies is actually the worst thing against this deck. We just kind of need to put him on a clock, I think. The longer we sit there and let him do, like, Treacherous Blessing with Yorion nonsense and just get a million cards up on us, the worse it gets. And I think the counter spells are not great, but it does let us kind of interact with his most powerful plays. I do like this, by the way, the Ugin Bolus matchup. That's pretty funny. Hey, look at this, a hand we don't have to mulligan. If we can get out of this matchup alive, I'll be somewhat surprised. Oh, he's on the mulligan, huh? Bottom? Nope. That sucks. Yep. I mean, he's got a few options here. I don't think it's wrong to take basically any card other than Growth Spiral here. He might just want to get Uro out of the way, unless he's got like a Kaya in his hand wrapped up or something. In which case he probably just takes Nissa. I don't think he cares about Teferi, to be honest. Makes sense. No sense playing Growth Spiral now to give him a target for his sorcery speed discard spells. Charming Prince, okay. If he bricks on lands, I'm going to be super happy. I don't have any qualms about making him pick up his Charming Prince, especially if he bricks on lands here. Just tie up his mana for the next turn or two. Yeah, it really depends on what cards are afforded to you in any given format. Like, you can always play whatever the hell you want to play, right? It's just a matter of, like, is it going to be competitive at the level you want it to be? If you're okay with it being kind of a deck in any given format, you just enjoy playing it, that's totally fine. Alright, so now he kind of has to make a choice if he doesn't have another land. The only thing he can play alongside Charming Prince would be Duress. If he doesn't have Duress, then he doesn't have another play this turn, if he doesn't have another land. So, just using Teferi as a glorified mana war here, essentially. And just crossing our fingers that we dodge a discard spell, because I really want to get this Nissa into play. Yeah, that's totally fair. I think most of that Boros cycling deck is comprised of uncommons outside of, like, Luris. So if you get a few... Well, the mana base is going to cost you a few. You probably need at least, like, 6 to 8 rare wild cards for your mana base. But outside of that, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, Burglar Rat's fine. We can just pitch a Growth Spiral. Tick this up. Play land, Nissa. We're gonna crash for 3, and I think I am okay giving him a basic forest if that's what he decides he wants to block. Yeah, I think honestly that's the more important thing, is just make sure you're having fun. Like, you don't have to, you know, grind this out for maximum value and, you know, play top tier strategies all the time or anything like that. It's more important to just enjoy what it is you're doing. That's like half the battle, playing this kind of deck. Alright, really would have liked to have drawn a Disdainful Stroke right there, but that's alright. So what happens next turn? He's going to basically make us discard 2 cards. think I'm okay discarding Teferi Plains and keeping Elspeth Conquers Death to eat his Yorion. I should need to keep the pressure up. So he's not going to block here with anything, I would assume. Which means he's going to go to 10, and then next turn, if he just goes straight to Yorion, then we get to Elspeth Conquers Death him and get in for 9. Yep. I'm okay with all of these things that are happening. And we even get to bounce Elspeth Conquers Death back to our hand with Teferi. Rakdos is actually not too bad right now. You can play a sacrifice game with Mayhem Devil, Cauldron Familiar, Witch's Cauldron, and a bunch of just like cheap one-drop type stuff. Let me resolve this end step and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. It's going to depend on which trigger we've got going on here. Okay, discard a card. We'll discard Teferi. Exile a card. We'll exile Plains. Okay, the Croxas are really going to be the thing that hurt the most, trying to play that deck, but it's not too bad. Because you don't have to play the full set, you don't even have to play him if you don't want to. What are we doing here? I guess we can play Tolsimir. I don't even want to bounce the Elspeth Conquers Death. I just want to get this Charming Prince out of the way so that he doesn't block to kill our Temple Garden. Because we're playing Tolsimir after combat here. Alright, we got there. Woo! Oh man. I was like kind of tense right there at the end, but we got there. We managed to beat what's in competition for the best deck in the format. Between that and Reclamation, so alright. So what's good for Rakdos? We'll just take a quick aside and look at what I've got for Rakdos. So keep in mind, this is totally out of date. This is not a current build by any stretch of the imagination, but this is basically what I'm playing. You can dump stuff like Rixmati Reveler and Dreadhorde Butcher for other things, but I think the cards that are basically non-negotiable in this style of deck are Cauldron Familiar, Witch's Oven, Claim the Firstborn, Priest of the Forgotten Gods, and because we're now not playing Lurrus in Companion mode, I think Mayhem Devil is just like one of the best cards in this strategy. Your mana base, you know, you've got 7, 9, 10 duels here. Really, you don't even need the Sacred Foundry. I'm just basically playing it as a red source that can also help us cast Lurrus. So you can dump that if you don't really want to do it. So, I mean, it would take a little bit of work. Robbers of the Rich, not 100% necessary. But most of this other stuff wouldn't be too hard to craft. But this is what I've got right now. I think if I were to do this deck over right now, I would probably like cut Rixmati Reveler and maybe get like some more one-drops in there. Because you kind of want to turn this into an engine, and only having, you know, 8 one-drops right now kind of makes that hard to do. You could do something like the 2-1 that you could grow back with Raid. I can't remember the name of it. Gutterbones, this guy. So I'd probably make that swap. But again, it's rare for rare, so whatever. But just in general, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, I would say that's the most important part. I just can't believe we got out of that game too, man. That was super tight. One lander, not gonna cut it. This hand is super awkward. We're against another Yorion. It's probably this fucking discard deck again, whatever. Just get rid of this Ugin. Blue source? Not really, anyway. No, it is not. Okay. Oh, most likely. There we go, there's a blue source. I think I am just going, unless we draw a land here, I'm just going to slam to bury. Yeah. Whatever. He has a mystical dispute, he has a mystical dispute. Alright, he has Omen, let's see. We just want to draw a card here. That's great. I'd much rather he has Omen of the Sea there than Growth Spiral. Yeah. I got plans for that Teferi. We're gonna do this over Uro, because this gives us 2 shots at hitting another land. Alright. Whereas Uro is only 1. So our hand is gas. I just want to find a 5th land for this Elspeth Conqueror's Death, get it to play immediately. Okay. There we go. Let's just do that. I don't see any reason not to. Is he gonna have his own Elspeth Conqueror's Death? No, Nissa, okay. Alright, well, that's not the end of the world. We have this Elspeth Conqueror's Death to get to Teferi back. And we can just, Elspeth this Nissa as well. Get out of here, Nissa. And then with Teferi, we can bounce this forest back to his hand, turn off the creature mode from it. Solemn, okay. This Ugin looking real stupid right now. I guess we can play it and make, we just make like a 2/2 that'll trade with this Solemn. Or we can play a Nissa and win on the board. Yeah, I think I just like that better. Looks like our opponent has a very similar plan to us in terms of his deck construction. Alright, so he's just gonna take the card. That's alright. I wonder if we're supposed to be on a Yorion in this deck. I could see that. Alright, well, if we could just avoid something real stupid happening, like his own Ugin. It doesn't matter. Alright, so what do we do here? Attacking for 3, of course, that's a given. We just Ugin, eat his Elspeth Conqueror's Death. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we do that, then he can't actually. Well, he can play Ugin, kill our Ugin, and then we're going to be kind of in a rough spot. That's okay. Get that out of here. Alright, now if our Ugin... Alright, I was gonna say if our Ugin lives, and we get to cast our big Ugin, but no such luck. Does he even have in his bin? Solemn. There. I think this turn we are going to... Let's see, that's 1, 2, so he's already gone through 2. I kind of just want to get it to where we can cast our own Ugin next turn. So we're just going to cultivate and play... Let's attack for 3 first. We're doing that regardless. We cultivate. Play Teferi. I'm just trying to think of a way to like avoid getting absolutely destroyed by Uro. Or not Uro, Ugin next turn. I guess we can keep Teferi around for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with Elspeth Conqueror's Death happening next turn, we're not going to be able to cast Ugin. So yeah, I think we just need to keep this around. And we have to make the decision now to cast Reign of Revelation or not. And I guess we probably just do. Yeah, whatever. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get rid of it, Teferi. I do kind of want the land. I was kind of thinking about that actually, in terms of whether I should tap out. Oh, he attacked us. Okay. It's kind of weird. Doing here. Oh. Wolf Willow Haven, huh? I guess that's not a bad 2-mana ramp spell. Seen worse, but... Alright, now let's see. So what's gonna happen now? We can Uro. I think we want to cast the one from hand because I think our next turn is going to involve Ugin. So we don't want to like eat our own Uro, right? So let's actually play Solemn first then, since that's going to be the case. Yeah. That works. Alright, so we got 1,000,000 mana. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we're gonna have 11 mana next turn, or 12 with the island. I think we can Ugin and play Uro from the bin. Let's see, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, maybe not. We're gonna be like one short. So we can trade off. Oh, I'm sorry, we have this here too. I keep forgetting that. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can make that play if we want to, and alternatively, we could Ugin minus Teferi bounce a land. Have a chump for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can cast Ugin either way. Alright, what are we doing next turn? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think Ugin plus Teferi is the call next turn, and we'll worry about Uro later. So this will insulate us if he has like another Nissa in hand, because we're gonna Uro or Ugin. Going to Ugin the board. So I'm glad he played this Teferi. We're gonna Teferi Ugin next turn. So now we can block his Solemn and trade, or if he has another Nissa, we can block that to save Ugin, or you know, whatever the case might be. Alright, so now we're Ugin flooded. Make sure we leave up the requisite mana for Teferi. I'm kind of worried about the auto tapper doing some stupid shit. Alright, there we go. Let's just get the whole party out of here, except for Solemn. I guess Hallowed Fountain's 6 around 2, so we're gonna have to use the Teferi to bounce that. And we get this Wolf Willow Haven too. Nice. Value. Oh, it was on 10 mana. Okay, that's right. I'll trade Solemns here. I don't mind that. We have so many Ugins, I don't care about him killing one. We'll just play it. Friggin' zap that stupid thing. Alright, that's good. That'll let us play Ugin and Uro next turn. so I think we have to get that Shark Typhoon out of here. Let's see. Okay, so we have one island down. Should have a plains left. If we don't, I'm gonna look stupid, but there we go. Alright, so let's the ferry first. Okay. That's nice to be able to just nab that with the Ugin as well. This is blue, so it will get killed. The Ugin. We're gonna lose our Teferi, but whatever. Alright, your move. It's just like haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. Alright. So this turn we're gonna Uro and... Oh, no we're not. We're going to Elspeth Conquers Death is what we're gonna do. Well, we're probably Uroing too, so... Don't get that twisted. That's RoboCop, right? Nice. No, I don't see any reason to not play land there. This isn't the Yorian deck with all the discard spells. Hopefully he has another Ugin here and feels like he needs to minus. That's kind of annoying, but that's beatable. We don't even have to lose our Uro to that. Hell yeah. Sure. Whatever. Take down for 2. See you later. Nice. That was game 1, dude. God damn. Alright. Oh, he's just gonna scoop the match. Alright. Woo! He's just like tired of playing that, or I don't know how much time we had left. I'd have to go back and watch the VOD. Okay. I'll take that. $1,000. This is 20 gems. Oh, it was not. Somebody should have taken me up on that. Okay, so let's see. What are we gonna do now? This is the other deck I was thinking about playing tonight. Basically. I don't know if this is any good or not. Just like your run-of-the-mill blue-white control. Dude, yeah. He definitely doesn't have time for it. I have time for it. He didn't. We could also play... This is that blue-black control deck I was talking about. Really, the notable cards here are Eliminate, is just like the new all-purpose removal spell, like Super Smother. Yeah, Dream Trawler is... I still love that card. It's going to be hard for me to get rid of that card in, not this rotation, but next year. And Karavik. Karavik's the other card that I think is really sweet. This puts a mild damper on the Yorion deck because it doesn't get to keep its little discard dorks around for Yorion to do with. It's also really good against just any creature deck in the format at the moment. Right, yeah, Karabek is a nice throwback. I have no idea if this deck is even remotely good or not, but maybe we'll play it. I guess we have Frantic Inventory here as well, trying to see how good new accumulated knowledge is. But yeah, maybe we'll play this just to have some fun here. Basically, we have Teferi here, and our main win conditions are Ashiok and Liliana, with the occasional Karabek getting in. This is a little bit of a nombo, having future tokens plus Karabek, but whatever. I'm not that worried about it. This guy's probably going to be a Lightning Rod for removal half the time anyway, so whatever. Yeah, let me run to the restroom real fast and pontificate on which deck I want to play with here. And we'll have some more fun in a moment. Alright, team, finally back. Sorry for the slightly longer break than I had anticipated. Alright, what do you think, Freeman? Do you want me to play blue-black, or do you want to see something else? I literally have not updated anything other than this deck, this deck, this deck, and this deck. This, I just replaced the shocks. You're down for blue-black? You want to troll? Troll. There's not going to be a ton of trolling, but we can troll. Oops. There we go. Yeah, go ahead, man. It's alright. WTF is this? Oh shit, let's see. Go ahead and PM it to me. I guess, for whatever reason, I can't actually accept a link. I probably have to give you permission for it. Alright, this guy's probably on Nissa's, would be my assumption. I'm gonna play this Hallowed Fountain so we can have Absorb up. Yep, fucking called it. I guess I could have Mystical Disputed there, that was stupid. I just like totally fucked all that up. Whatever. Alright, whatever. We can still Mystical Dispute pretty much anything he can play. Abzan Cat Tribal. Does it have, I guess the legendary Cat Lord is 3 colors, right? And it's Naya, not Abzan. Okay, see, I have the Whisper from you. I'll check it out here in a minute. Yeah, sure. Give me both. That. So let's see. If he has Nissa here and a land, I can't Mystical Dispute it. But I can block it pretty much forever with Teferi. Or, I'm sorry, the wall, and then face fetters it. I guess, I think what I want to do first is try to get this Teferi down. Then we'll talk about playing 4 mana Teferi. What are some of the main draws in the Abzan deck? 2 cards. I don't care about that. I guess I should play Field of Ruin here, because I'm probably going to end up cashing in a lot of these lands for extra cards with the fairy. Sure. I think I'm gonna do this just because I don't want him to have like a mutate, like haste thing to attack to parry, like a Luna or something like that. Oh god. Just seen that coming. Not like I had a counter spell to begin with, so whatever. Just hope he doesn't have another. Not need another one of those. Sure. A blast zone. I guess I can frickin' Fates Fetters that if I really wanted to. But I think... Oh, I can always Field of Ruin that, can't I? If I really need to. Hey look, it's fairy. Just get Yorion into hand. I think we might have to do something with Yorion next turn. And I kind of want to keep all these cards. Like Face Fetters, I could see ditching that, I suppose. Alright, Shark Typhoon's good here. I think I'm going to take a Dovin's Veto. Yeah, like, the good thing for me is that he's got just a bunch of air. And, alright, well, opponent is tired of playing against us. But yeah, opponent just has a bunch of air, like all the ramp spells. So we can thankfully expect him to draw a lot of that kind of crap. I think really the only thing I want to bring in are these vetoes and like a couple borrowers maybe. Because this will let us like sit on our counter magic, disputes, absorbs, Dovin, vetoes, and be able to put a clock on them. I don't think this is what we're looking for, because going wide against an Ugin deck, especially one that's like ramping him out, is pretty hard to do. Like if we play this on a turn where he's got like 6 or 7 mana and can't generate like a meaningful board position behind a counter spell or two, then he's just going to play Ugin and like wipe it up and it won't even matter. So I think this is probably fine. We'll keep the Face Fetters because we can shut down like Nissa and shit like that with them. It's kind of like extra copies of Elspeth Conquers Death, but we can also use it against like Hybrid Krasis or something, which he showed us that game, which Elspeth Conquers Death doesn't do anything about. His hand's like kind of unexciting, but I always lead with Island there. Should make them have to respect the Mystical Dispute. Like I'm usually gonna try to grow spiral or something like that. That's fine. Really need to find a counter spell. Do not need either of those things. That'll work. We could have tried to bait him. Yeah, I don't care about that. By not playing a second blue source there and like basically signaling that we don't have absorb up. But I don't see any reason to do that, and I think I just want to get this brazen borrower down now. This is exactly what we talked about. Just sit behind counter magic. Use brazen borrower as a clock. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he can't play Nissa and pay for Mystical Dispute, but he might have Dispute of his own. But there's nothing we can do about that. Shifting Ceratops, okay. Is he like holding Dispute? Alright, so we could get wrecked here by Ugin, but whatever. I can't just like sit there and not do anything. Okay. We have Dream Trawler next turn though, so I'm not too worried about it. Is that even what we want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 4 cards. Could have Dispute. He could have a 3-mana counterspell. Theory. Whatever, I guess we can Teferi here. Well, no, we don't get to keep Teferi around, so there's no point in doing that. I think we just have to hope. No counterspell. Nice. Brazen Borrower can't block anyway, so there's no point in sitting back with it. Alright, well, we might get to trawler him out, Freeman. Find out. Bottom. Nice. Searching for Ugin, probably. But from this point, we cannot tap out. Alright, whatever. Only 5, huh? That seems like a mistake. You see him reading the card, he's like, oh shit, it's 6? Life is kind of cool sometimes. Oh man, that's good stuff. Man, that's so funny. Oh, he has reach, right? Son of a fucking bitch. Alright, well, Give one, take one, I guess. Oh well. We were even talking about this earlier today, Freeman, and I fucking just walked right into it. Alright, you know what, I don't think there's any future in us winning that game. He's got 11 power, 14 with the Ugin plus, so... Oops. Actually, we might want Gust. I think I just want to play it like mono instant speed if possible. I'm shaving another Birth of Meletus, so those are just kind of like whatever in this matchup. Alright, well, I'm still okay with him like fucking up the Ugin minus and then like going to read the card for 10 seconds. That was pretty funny. Typhoon's not particularly exciting. I guess we'll just keep both. It's whatever. Can't imagine him playing anything that I care about on this turn, like enough to where I'm going to want to have Mystical and Dovin's Veto up. So I'll shut up for next turn to we have no mana for that at the moment. Now with the Safari, that changed our plan a little bit. I guess if we take 2 damage this turn, that'll conceal our Shark Typhoon or Narset plus Counterspell plan next turn. Although we are going to tell him that we have Mystical Dispute right now. He might have... Fuck, he might have the stupid Ceratops, but whatever. Just hope he doesn't have a second one. Alright, cool. I don't see any reason not to do this. We can't bounce shifting Ceratops as it is, so... whatever. Burrow, yeah, that's fine. Alright, and I think this turn we're making a Shark, like, almost regardless if nothing pressing happens. What do they have it listed for, price-wise? Can't stop that. Yeah, I just have to let him have it, I guess. $22, huh? I have to stop in there then. Are they open on the weekends? Okay, cool. We can just keep him distracted with like planeswalkers and shit for a few turns. We might be able to get past this stupid Ceratops. Got it, man. Don't care. No worries, man. Maybe I'll pop in there tomorrow at some point. I think we're gonna keep both of these. We're just racing now. Alright, so we're gonna Shark Typhoon here, and then next turn we will do like Teferi shenanigans and have like double dope Veto back up. Need to get the clock up. Fortunately, you can't blast zone these shark tokens away, because it comes into play with a counter already. My turn, you say? Hey, there's an answer. Kinda think I need to wait on it. See if we can distract him with Teferi for a little bit. Man, nice. I should have totally played Elspeth Conquers Death right there, but then we'd probably get Ugin and I'd be kicking myself, so whatever. At least this way we can play it next turn, we just don't get to play it with like... go 1 this turn. I think even though we can't actually... Let's see. Can't actually counter this thing, I do want to gain the 3 life off Absorb. But it's a 14, he attacks. Alright, so we're gonna have to find... Yes, I'm sure. We're gonna have to find a Wrath of God now. Unless he splits his attack for some reason. From hand. Okay. Wow, really? I didn't miss anything, did I? Alright, so now we don't need to find Wrath, and actually I think... Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4... I think we actually want both. Let's see, so we're gonna kill one of these, take up Teferi, attack for 8, then all we need to do is have... 5. Yeah, we'll just keep both, it's whatever. Yeah, They've definitely got a lot of that old school influence, that's for sure. Oh, he wants to block, that's why he didn't attack. Or, no, sir, you ain't gonna get to do that. Alright, so if he doesn't play another shifting Ceratops, and we like stop him from doing whatever the hell he's going to do this turn, the next turn we can Yorion, plus play Yorion. Can't kill him that turn, but we'll have the Elspeth Conqueror's Death to kill shifting Ceratops. So he wants to kill Teferi. Fine. I think Elspeth Chapter 2 does a good enough Teferi impression. We're gonna absorb the shit out of that. Alright, well, managed to get there on the back of some Shark Typhoon tokens. Yeah, got there. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at your deck here real quick, Freeman. Yeah, dude, this seems totally reasonable. Basically playing some black for a few removal spells, but otherwise just green-white. I mean, honestly, you might even just be able to cut black out of this deck. Like, Mythos is cool and all, but I don't see a reason to, like if you don't want to spend the wild cards for, like, Overgrown Tomb, Goblet Shrine, and all that kind of crap, I could totally see cutting that and cutting Eliminate and just playing, like, I don't know, there's like a Convoke Oblivion Ring style card that I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I can find it real fast. Conclave Tribunal, I think. You'd be able to play this in your deck and reasonably enough get it to 2 or less mana often. Especially, this thing makes tokens, right? The Cub Warden? Yeah, that makes tokens. You have a pretty reasonable chance of being able to convoke that out most of the time. Anyway, I'm just kind of spitballing here. Yeah, if you have the actual Netheroi guy, for sure. Alright, man. Well, it was good to have you in here for a little bit, but I will catch you around. Have a good walk and a good rest of your night. Okay, what are we doing here? Thanks, dude. They were not easy. Some of those were really tight. We played, what, 3 matches? We played against the Yorion deck, the Bant Ramp guy, and that guy that we just finished up with. So we're 3-0 technically. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna try this blue-black deck and see what that does. We're probably headed back to Platinum 3 if I had to guess, but oh well. Seems okay. Oh, he's gonna shock. Does he have what? Opt or something? Oh, Spectral Sailor. Hallowed Fountain Spectral Sailor is not a sequence I've seen very much. Okay. I just want to see what's going on in here. I don't care about this, unless he uses it to kill his own stuff, and even then I don't care about it. This is kind of annoying, and we're better off at being able to deal with these. The guy's already got 2 dorks in play. I guess I'm going to take one of the eagles, I think. This like gives him way more power overall, so let's just do that. I'll keep Drown. We just want to 1-for-1 him for a while. Thanks, man. I appreciate it as always. Alright, so now we can... I think I just want to... Instant. Yeah, I just want to get this out of here while I still can. I don't want him to respond with Angelic Ascension and have a 4-4 in play out of nowhere. That's pretty good, actually. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? I think we do want this Eliminate, so we'll grab it back. I'm not gonna play Frantic Inventory yet. I will next turn, because I do want to, it's fine. I do want to neutralize this Hanged Executioner. It's like I said, having to play, 1-for-1 game here for the most part is going to be kind of a pain in the ass against cards like that. But if he doesn't want to do anything, I guess this is an instance. We can do it now. Pretty good. Nice. Let's just knock this Spectral Sailor out now, I guess. Let's see, so if I do that, then he goes for the Angelic bullshit thing. I'm gonna wait until he taps out. Which he did not do. Okay. If I ever find Carebeck, this match is gonna be like hella easy. I mean, I guess he has Angelic Ascension, but whatever. That doesn't stop the state-based effect of him coming down and wiping out all these 1/1s. Alright, you gotta make the call now. Do you want a card or not? Use the Drown of the Lock now. Actually, I should have used the Neutralize. Fuck, that was opposite of the way I wanted to do that. It doesn't matter, actually. I guess I can Mystic Sanctuary, grow either one of these back, and then to Teferi to draw it. Does he have a counter spell here? Yeah. Alright, so what do we do here? We can grow back, eliminate, Teferi, draw it, kill the 4/4. Pass the turn. We're good on lands for the moment. I imagine he's gonna shove here. Nope, keeps it on top. I've seen a lot of this card, excuse me, I've seen a lot of this card going out this week. It's not bad. Draw 3 cards here. Alright, I'm gonna bank on him not doing anything of real consequence. I hope he casts the Hanged Executioner, actually. I was hoping to draw land off that too. Alright, whatever. Sit back, use this neutralize, hopefully. Oh, I can't. I don't have 3 black. Fuck. Alright. Well, we just have to go for it. No lofty denial, please. Woo! Go Karavik. Alright, I need to I need to take a very quick leak. I'll be right back. Okay, back. So what are we doing here? He's got blue-white skies of some flavor, few counter spells, something wild. Seems like Teferi might not be great here. I think what I want to do is just bring in a pile of removal. And instead of Liliana, maybe like commence the end game so we can't counter it. Do I want anything else? I don't think anything else in the board is that great here. These are not great cards, but they might come up. think this is okay. I'm just kind of doing one last reevaluation here. Got a number of cards that are just like air, but I think that's all right. We'll see how this goes. I can roll with this. Yup. Just sitting on a bunch of counter spells, probably. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who's on the mulligan here? Let's see. I don't think we can afford to like play Narset and just like get it countered here. If we don't do that, then we don't have any other play this turn. And I think I'd rather him spend his Lofty Denial or whatever on this than something else. I think that card's actually pretty good. I played against like a Grixis sort of Delver type thing yesterday. Wasn't too bad. Sea Dasher Octopus is going to be a pain in the ass, so. Alright, so now we're drawing like all the fucking air in our deck, which kind of sucks. Alright, so he successfully unmulliganed. Yeah, you got him in. I want that. I think I need to start finding some people. Alright, well, we'll just pass here. And we're going to Rain of Revelation again. We just need to get deep into our deck. Otherwise, this Sea Dasher Octopus is just going to eat us alive if we can't get this off the table. I guess next turn I could just make a Shark Typhoon token. Let's see what he does here. Alright, there we go. I don't think I need you, Narset. You can go away. Let's see, so I thought Erasure him. Can't actually kill that stupid thing. I think I just have to sit here this turn, which kind of sucks. I think I just need to try and eat this stupid Sea Dasher octopus. With Shark Typhoon. If he has the thing to give us a 4/4, then it's whatever. I have trouble thinking like what he might have otherwise, but I have no idea what's in his deck, to be honest. It's just like pretty random. Might have Brazen Barber, I guess. Sure, whatever. Let's see what's going on in there. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I haven't played a land yet, have I? Yeah, sure, whatever. That. Get out of your Sea Dasher octopus. Alright, now we're in alright shape. He's just like gonna sit on Dovin's veto. If he plays Hanged Executioner, like Plains, then we just get to spike everything with Karavik. Nice. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can actually Karavik, Frantic Inventory, and grow back Drown in the Lock. Let's do that. Karavik, good. Nice. I like that. The other cool thing about Karavik is that you can basically play him and then play a second copy and give everything -2/-2. Yeah, you're gonna Legend Rule one of your Karaviks, but that's okay. Just get to -2 everything. Let's see, I kind of want to cut like one of these card drawing spells. I'm not sure what I want to replace it with. I also think we need do one more temple. These things did a shitload of work in that matchup. That was ridiculous. So like the reason I have so many islands and like not the full set of temples is because I was trying to I guess we can keep those. We're just gonna have a little bit more tap lands. I was trying to have enough lands so we can turn on Mystic Sanctuary, but I guess now we still have 7 plus 7, so we have 14 islands to turn on Mystic Sanctuary. That seems alright. This will give us one more dual land, so we don't have situations like we did in Game 1 where we can't Karavik plus Thought Erasure, you know, clear the way or whatever. I really like this card, and I'm being a little bit results-oriented with that matchup, but this does seem like a pretty solid card to me. It's good against all the, like I said earlier, good against all the Yorian discard decks, little dorks. It's good against like cat ovens, good against mono red. So good against mono white if people are trying to do that. I don't think there's anything else I would change. Well, let's figure this situation out, because having 3 4-drop card draw spells on top of Frantic Inventory and Narset is like kind of gross. What can we have instead? I think that's kind of the problem I ran into when I was building this. I just wasn't sure what to put in here. All right, let's take a brief deck building detour here. Kind of see what goes on in my mind. Let's do this. Core set 21. I just want to see if there's like new cards that I'm not thinking of that might fit all right in here. Is cool, but goddamn does it cost a lot of mana, and we don't have like ways to really take advantage of it. I think I probably want to cut one of these Teferis too. It's just like kind of feels like it's hard to find a spot to get those in. I wonder, so let's cut one of these. I don't mind having a Chemister's Insight as a one of and a Rain of Revelation, because this is effectively 2 card draw spells, and this one just has like a little bit more power up front, so it's kind of nice to have a split to be able to draw into. We'll cut it to Fairy, and let's see if we can figure out something else to put in here. What the hell is this? Not for this deck. There's always the chance we just go up to another Eliminate. We could play like Murderous Rider, but that seems kind of stupid. Maybe this is what I'm looking for, because it's cheap. Get in to play early. Because it's a little bit of life gain. But it's just like more card draw, which I don't really know that we need. Maybe it's better than these. It's worse in the face of Teferi, but these are also pretty bad against Teferi, so. This does give us some cheap plays early, which is nice. Then, like, plays with our counter spells a little bit better. I'm willing to give that a shot, I think. I think I'm okay going up to another Eliminate as well. There's a lot of targets for this card at the moment. Maybe third Shark Typhoon. Okay. We'll give that a shot, I guess. This does lower our curve a little bit. Gives us a little bit more instant speed, way to like impact the board with Shark Typhoon. And this gives us like powerful permanent to have in play against opposing like slower decks. Whereas the other cards just get like nabbed by Mystical Dispute or something like that. So we'll give this a shot. Sideboard is kind of whatever. It's probably not very good. I could see cutting like this and adding to Cry of the Carnarium. Is that what the hell it's called? What is... Oh, that's right, I have all these filters going. Yeah, there we go. We can do that. I just have a couple cries on the board to help shore up some of those matchups like the one we just played. Because I didn't feel like we were in like commanding position or anything like that. Make sure this is all correct. Okay, we did hit the correct button to save it. Alright, let's try this again. A little bit of a detour, like I said, going into deck construction land, but you get to see some of the like thought process that goes through my head. These aren't just haphazardly thrown together, as much as some people might want to say. Some of the logic I use to come to the conclusions I do maybe isn't like perfect or whatever, but sue me. Maybe throw him off. Be like, oh, he's got green in his deck. Baby. Alright, if this is the same style of deck as one that I played last night, I think what I'm going to want to do is just pop this thing now. Because he's probably got like a bunch of interaction to protect it, like protect the queen strategy. I don't really want to play into that game if I can help it. Oh, he's an Arclight Phoenix deck, okay. Well, that does change things a little bit. Let's see what's going on here. I don't think I want to play against Crackling Drake with this hand. Well, maybe that's better than Brazen Borrower. Yeah, let's just say Crackling Drake. I think... See, we don't have any of those in the bin already. I mean, that's fine. We kind of need to get those rolling anyway. That's not a problem. Alright. I think what I'm going to do this turn... Makes the Sinister Sabotage really bad, but I think what I'm going to do is grow back. I'm going to miss a Sanctuary for Bot Erasure. Grow back. Throw that back, play Frantic Inventory, play it, and then try to set up for a 6th land. Let's do that. Oh, he has Finalia Promise. I guess he can do that next turn. Yeah, we just have to take that. That works. Perfect. Now we just play Liliana, eat his board. So, I just have to hope he can't do the thing this turn. Alright, well, he gets to eat Liliana, which is whatever. unfortunate, but not the end of the world. That was what, his 4th Dorat? Yeah, so that was like pretty unlikely, but oh well. I guess we should probably get to Fairy in here now while we can. While he's tapped out and all that shit. It's better than cycling the Triome. Pay 1 extra mana and end up with the Teferi in play. Yep. Not a lot I can do about that right now. I guess I'm taking 2. I guess we're going to be tapping out quite a bit. But whatever. What if I just ditch this Karavek and play? Like, he's gotta have... Well, he's already got it in hand. He can bounce. So I think we just have to get Narset into play here. Big Shark Typhoon, because it's like the thing that can rumble with him. Yep. I just want to see what this looks like. I haven't even done this yet. See, so I can make a 5/5. You're gonna have time for that. Let's see, so I can make a 5/5. Trade with Crackling Drake. I can 2, 2, 3, 4. If I had a land, nice. I could like drown in the lock to kill one of these things to bury the other thing. I guess I could make a 3/3 that eats Arclight Phoenix and then like phase this thing out. Oh, I can't actually do that yet. Should probably wait till he gets into combat anyway, so that he doesn't like grow back this Arclight Phoenix. That's fine. See, which he'd be able to do if we had done that, so good thing we didn't. Oh, he just got another Phoenix. Fuck me. Alright, so what can we do here? We can drown in the lock, kill Crackling Drake. Make a Shark Typhoon token to chump Dorat. Take 6 to 4. I guess if I cycle Shark Typhoon, make a 1/1. That's the same thing. This doesn't have trample. Let's do this. Destroy this. Cycle this, make a 1/1. And we can cycle neutralize. Alright, whatever. You got me. Alright, Mr. Quad Dorat. Oh, glad we have these cries now. Those gotta come in. Alright, well, don't need to ferry there. I guess we probably need Dispute. And probably... Probably not Ashiok. I don't know, these cards are like kinda in this matchup too. Our set's okay because he's got a lot of like cantrip stuff, so we can kind of neutralize that a little bit. Yuck, 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 yuck. I was feeling pretty good when he nabbed 2 of his Dorats, his second and third copies, and then he had the 4th one. Alright, well, let's give this a shot. We're just trying stuff out here. It's basically week 1, so nobody knows exactly what's happening. Yeah, it seems about as good as it's going to get. Keep it. Alright, so let's see what the hand's got. Raise Borrower, Thrill, Shock, Narset. I guess I could just take Thrill of Possibility here. Then like Sinister Sabotage as Narset when he goes to draw it, or cast it rather. This also doesn't give him a way to like bin like Arclight Phoenix or something like that. Alright, well, let's just pass turn here. Problem is, he has Brazen Borrower in hand, and we have a Shark type in, so we like have to get him to use it somehow or commit it to the board before we can really do anything with this. Got these rat sleeves. I mean, we could Shark Typhoon here and just like try to get him. Or you could just shock it. If he shocks it or bounces it here, I'm actually okay, I think, with either of those things happening. Yeah. Because like this is going to cost us a lot of mana to do at any point. And like this just like gets cards out of his hands. I don't care about that at all. I'll take 2 damage all day. Let's see, so now trying to think if I I want to kill this door at or not. Wish I say all that crap about the artifact card drawing thing, the tome or whatever, but damn, I wish I had a 4-cost card draw spell right now. Because like if I play Narset here, he's just gonna kill it. If I kill his Dorat, then he can like whatever. Let's just do it. I can't bank on him like having Arclight Phoenix next turn, you know. If he has it, he has it. It's whatever. At least this way, on this turn, I can eliminate and Sinister Sabotage something. And he bricked? Wow, that's like insane for us. Alright, now I feel fine about our decision. And actually, I am going to go ahead and play my own Narset. I think we just need to start getting these in the bin, get some card advantage going. I wonder if this guy has Dreadhorde Arcanist in his deck. Alright, cool. So we got out of that turn alright. Kind of in the same boat here with the Shark Typhoon. And I just really want to hit lands. What I want to try to set up is... I'm okay with that. Never mind, now we don't have to worry about any of that. Oh, he's getting to cast it off of Finale and Promise. That's actually pretty good. I hadn't considered that. Alright, well, whatevs. Content to sit here for a while. My fruit. Got it, man. See if he has another Brazen Borrower. Yep. What do you has? He's got to have some Phoenix in hand, right? Freak. Okay. I get a 6/6 after Careback. I don't think I want to invest my entire mana into that. Doesn't matter. Good, see if we can cycle that now. At least you can't really afford to attack into this thing. You just rip 3 lands off the top. Perfect. What are the chances he just like mills? This is good tech with whatever the hell that card's called. See the truth. I had not considered that. Should even just go on like frantic inventory, see the truth, and drawing like 75,000 cards off of it. Be good. Alright, so we gotta hope to draw Karavek here. Or some way to draw extra cards. That works. Alright, well, now we really see what's gonna happen. We got 85,000 card drawing spells. Alright, you have a Crackling Drake. Okay. Now I gotta find a way to kill that. What do I even have to kill that? Oh, not an island, that's for sure. Alright, well, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's about 10 minutes shy. I don't really have enough time to play another match. So we're just going to call it right there. That blue-black deck definitely not optimized. See, there's 20 gems. Definitely not optimized. And I didn't have any impression that that was going to be the case. I just wanted to throw it together and see how it would perform. And it was alright. It has problems dealing with multiple creatures, multiple large creatures. Basically anything that Eliminate can't kill. If it gets into play, it's kind of a pain in the ass if you don't have Ashiok and Liliana, and given that we cited out Ashiok in that game too, that cut her out even more. So I might have to, if I were to continue playing this deck, I would have to account for that with something else. I don't know what that would be. Heartless Act or something like that. I guess that might not be a bad card to have. Could maybe have that over Legion's End, but Legion's End kind of serves a more specific role than just general removal spell for fat creatures. But yeah, this deck is kind of whatever. I really like Karavek in most spots. That particular round was not especially good for him. considering it doesn't kill anything except Dorat if it's a 1/1 and he doesn't have a way to grow it. And the 2 toughness base is really bad against a deck with shock. That guy just had so many card drawing spells. It was like if I had known what I know now, I wouldn't have like spent that Drown in the Lock countering take inventory because he just had like 65 other card draw spells in his deck to draw. But yeah, that means I definitely need to go back and reevaluate this Izzet Phoenix deck. I knew there was conversation about this maybe being a thing again. We'd have to cut crap like Ral's Outburst, Irate Craig Pyromancer. I actually don't think this card's too bad in that deck. I'd probably keep 1 or 2 copies. Lava Coil would have to go. I mean, this is, like I said earlier, this is pretty outdated. So I'll look into that a little bit more. What else did we do? We did Ugin, Bant Ramp. This was pretty sweet for the most part. I think we won all of our matches that we played with it. We had to get a little lucky in 2 of them, but we did, and that's part of what is involved in winning matches of Magic, so whatever, scoreboard. In this deck, don't really know of anything I would cut or change. Want like 1 more counter spell. Like maybe instead of this, we'd have like a 3rd veto or something. Stroke might not necessarily be required. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? This might be okay. There's a lot of, so not just tonight, but in the last day or 2 that I've been playing as well, I've been seeing a lot of shifting Ceratops running around, and this does give us a good answer to that against decks where we wouldn't necessarily always want Shatter the Sky. So maybe we cut like 1 Shatter for something, maybe like another Dovin's Veto or some enchantment removal might be good. That 1 Wilt. This might be nice to cover all of our bases, kill Solemn, albeit not at a great exchange. But it can kill Solemn if we need it to, can kill opposing ECDs, can kill Wilderness Reclamation, Song of Creation, any of those like crazy 4-mana enchantments that can take that out. And in games where you end up not seeing any of those, or it doesn't matter, you can just cycle it away. So I could definitely see some wilts coming in here. Probably cut these strokes. Maybe 1 shatter, bring up to a 3rd veto and 2 wilts, something like that. Like, it seems like most people are just ramping into things that you can Dovin's veto anyway, and this has more application in other matchups, so I'd rather keep that. And finally, we played some blue-white control. All blue decks across the board, which is, if you know me, not unsurprising in the least. We only played the 1 match with this, but it felt just kind of whatever. It was fine. Didn't blow me out of the water or anything. I'm not sure what to think about Teferi, in the sense that I don't know if we want him in 60 card decks so that you're more likely to draw into the cards that you want, or if 80 card decks are better because you have more stuff that you can just like throw away to it. Like, you know, we've got Birth of Meletus here, or like Absorb against decks where it's not very good, or same with Mystical Dispute. Like if there's a Teferi down, we've got a ton of stuff we can throw away, this Teferi that is, to try and find things like Elspeth Conquers Death, Shark Typhoon, Trawler, even well, I guess Castle Ardenville count. So I don't know. It's just a question of whether or not you think the consistency of a 60 card deck or impactful draws is the better route to go, like in the blue-black deck, or if in a Yorion deck like this where we have just more raw material to work with is better. And I think that's only going to reveal itself by playing with the deck some more, which I will most likely be doing. I think, what else? I might, so like I said, I'm going to rework this. I'm probably going to look into reworking this Luca deck. See any reason why this deck couldn't still be good. Have to give it some updates. But anyway, I don't want to sit here and ramble about that crap too much. So yeah, I'm going to call it here for tonight. Just a few minutes shy of 3 hours. So I appreciate you guys sticking around, those of you that did. Probably be uploading this. I kind of like to upload, you know, day one, week one, whatever you want to call it, onto my channel, on my YouTube channel, that is. So we kind of have a record of, kind of the Wild West of Standard in terms of who nobody knows what they're doing. You're gonna run into a lot of random stuff. It's always kind of fun. Anyway, so follow me there, youtube.com/canman87, or I guess subscribe would be the correct terminology for YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter. That's at canman87gaming. That's where I post when I'm going online. Try to be as consistent with that as I can. Otherwise, if you're not following my channel here as well, I'd really appreciate the support. Doing what I can to grow the channel, and getting support from people gives me the motivation to keep going. So the more of that I can get, the better. We got more streams coming up this weekend. Tomorrow we've got 2 to 4 and 8 to 10. 8 to 10? 2 to 4, 6 to 8, actually, I think is what I'm doing. I'll double check my own schedule that I set that I apparently can't recall off the top of my head. I know 2 to 4, and I'm pretty sure we're doing 6 to 8 as well. And then Sunday we're doing 4 to 6 and 8 to 10. And we'll figure out what we're doing. Might not be Magic. It's probably going to be more modern games plus retro games, but we'll figure all that out once we get there. Last thing we'll do, we'll just get this Mastery Orb going. I don't even know why I'm going for this. I have like the blue pack already, but whatever, sue me. I just like blue cards, okay? Alright, so we got all that blue stuff. Okay, anyway, gonna call it tonight. Thanks for joining me. Have a good rest of your night. If I don't see you through the rest of the weekend, have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you in here soon.